Thank y'all for coming out and supporting the arts. Y'all don't really know how much this means to us. We need people to sing to because we're going to do it anyway, even if nobody listens. Like Mr. Lucas said, my name's Jonathan McQuay. I was born in Jonesboro, lived about 11 years here. Moved down to Bay. That's where the drawl comes from, in case y'all wondering. Can't help it, sorry. But I come from a long line of cotton pickers. My grandfather was a sharecropper. My daddy was a cotton picker. My uncle and aunts, they was all cotton pickers. Dirt, as poor as dirt, but salt of the earth people. And I was talking with my uncle one time, and he was talking about this flood that happened back in, it was mid-'60s, late 60s. I always forget the year. Up around the Cache River area. It flooded everything out. The only place that was dry was a little general store up on a hill. Owned by a man named Joe Lemieux. So needless to say, that's the place everybody had to get to. Everything else was underwater. So this song's about rain. It's about wind. It's about getting in a boat with your 12 brothers and sisters and getting to high ground. Joe Lemieux and people like him save lives. On the boat ride to Joe Lemieux's, Daddy soothing Mama's blues. Lord, the rains came and then they stayed. I picked cotton all my life by my backwoods family side. Now the river's up, the holler washed away. Daddy's dodging jammed up sloughs, searching for that San Lemieux, where the beans are hot and the coffee's fresh. Mama's praying out her soul for the good Lord to come forth, bring us peace and help us pass this test. Sometimes the rain falls, sometimes the wind blows, sometimes the dark comes, sometimes the faith goes. Sometimes the way is long, sometimes your feet get tripped, sometimes that helping hand feels like it's heaven sent just for you. With our John boat cinched up tight, all us young'uns took a flight into Joe's. Good Lord, what a crowd. I saw neighbors huddled close, trusting in the Holy Ghost. When the preacher read, he didn't start out loud. He said, Joe is now our muse in this holy house Lemieux, and we'd be well served if we gave our thanks. All my sisters bowed their heads as the book of Psalms was read, and a calming peace moved within our ranks. Sometimes the rain falls, sometimes the wind blows, sometimes the dark comes, sometimes the faith goes. Sometimes the way is long, Sometimes your feet get tripped. Sometimes that helping hand feels like it's heaven sent. Sometimes the rain falls. Sometimes the wind blows. Sometimes the dark comes. Often the faith goes. Sometimes the way is long. Yeah, sometimes your feet get tripped. Sometimes that helping hand feels like it's heaven sent just for you. Just for you. Thank you. Sometimes that rain falls, the wind blows, the rain comes and stays and floods everything else away. You just pack your stuff up, get in a boat, go to higher ground, dig another well. So I told you I was a cotton picker. I wasn't, thank God. Actually, I went and chopped cotton for about 4 hours one day and looked up the crew that was working with. They was about 2 rows ahead of me. So I went home and learned how to sing. Another thing besides being a McQuay, or being a sharecropper is a McQuay. If you're a McQuay, you play the guitar, you play the bass, you play the drums, you write or you sing, or you do all of the above. So, it's a song about my Uncle Phil, and kind of me too. He left home at 15 years old. Started playing in the bars with my daddy. He was my daddy's drummer at 15. It was the 60s, different world, y'all. That's just his kind of life. It's my kind of life. This here song, it's kind of life. Raising crops, raising cane, raising doubt to his family's name. Just a simple boy raised up in that Delta mud. Working hard all day long. Dirt and sweat was his daily song. But when night fell, that neon glow called hard. So at just 15, he packs his things, captures faith, and spreads his wings. 'Cause he needs cash to teach him how to walk the line. Little Waylon, captive rose in paradise. A dose of possum to teach him all about love's blues. Alan Jackson to sing about that duty suit. Old Bocephus will show him how to wear them boots. Merle Haggard done taught him about his fighting side. That's his kind of life. "50 years down the road, sitting in for his millionth show. With a hardened heart, he gets through a set somehow. Taking notes, not quite first row. With starry eyes, says that rebel boy. It's like he was till he let life take hold. So his little spark becomes a glow. He digs down deep and steals a show. 'Cause he needs cash to teach him how to walk the line. Little Waylon, captive rose in paradise. A dose of possum to teach him all about those blues. Alan Jackson to sing about that duty suit. The old Bo Cephas will show him how to wear them boots. Merle Haggard done taught him about his fighting side. Yeah, that's his kind of life. That's my kind of life. That's their kind of life. Ain't that your kind of life? Thank you very much. I got a couple songs streaming everywhere. You get your music. Y'all can check me out, Jonathan McQuay Music, on the Facebook and everything else. This next song I had the privilege of writing with my Uncle Phil McQuay. He had this song wrote down in his head for 20 years, never took pen to paper, until I finally went over to his house a few years ago, sat down. We had a couple drinks and got it out. Back to being McQuays, being cotton pickers, musicians. So that neon glow calls to us. The stage calls to us. We just got to get to it. That's just all there is to it. So I wrote this with my Uncle Phil McQuay about every one of us musicians up here, Mr. Lucas Clontz out there, Mr. John Spencer out here, all these guys that come out here on Friday night, faded jeans, trying to keep a dying dream alive, singing to you in the honky tonks. They call us honky tonk heroes. That's the wrong chord. I'll get it in a minute. There it is. Reflection in the mirror shows a face lined with age. Hair's a little thinner, temples touched with gray, and he looks a little older than he felt just yesterday. So he does his best in Nero. He's a honky-tonk hero. Friday night in faded jeans, he steps out on the stage. Clinging to a dying dream, trying to hide his age. And the crowds are growing younger that show up to hear him play. And his record's number 0, 'cause he's a honky-tonk hero. He gave his life to music, Lord, the wild oats that he sowed. And the only good years that he ever had got worn out on the road. Nashville turned their back on him when the Grand Ole Opry sold. So now his record's number 0, 'cause he's a honky-tonk hero. After hours, some cheap motel, while she's taking off his clothes. Somewhere in the distance, a lonesome whistle blows, and his mind goes racing backwards as that amber current flows. But tomorrow's just another day for this honky-tonk road. He gave his life to music, Lord, the wild oats that he sowed. But tomorrow's just another day for this honky-tonk road. Until he wears his golden halo, he'll be a honky-tonk hero. Thank you very much. That's Honky Tonk Hero, streaming everywhere you get your music. This next song I wrote, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Streaming everywhere you get your music. It's about love. It's about marriage. It's about doing things our own way, and everybody thinks we're wrong for it. But you know what? That's how we live. Well, of all the crazy things I've seen in this world, babe, we're number one. Up and down love's roller coaster ride, girl, it's awful fun. Back and forth, but side by side, tiptoeing, not losing stride. We give everything we've got to give. That's how we live. That's our song. Doing things our own way to prove everybody wrong. We go left when they say right. Running through the darkness, 'cause we both see the light. Well, life sure takes the love it gives. That's how we live. Ooh. Well, we've been through some pretty nasty storms. We keep furling sails. Old boat is leaking water like a sieve, so we both grab our pails. What else you gonna do? Drown? Back and forth, but side by side, hand in hand, just living life. We give everything we've got to give. That's how we live. That's our song. Doing things our own way to prove everybody wrong. We go left when they say right. Running through the darkness, 'cause we both see the light. Well, life sure takes the love it gives. That's how we live. That's our song. Doing things our own way to prove everybody wrong. We go left when they say right. Running through the darkness, 'cause we both see the light. Life sure takes the love it gives. That's how we live. Ooh. to the center stage, love and marriage. Ah, ra da 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 ra da 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 ra 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 da ra ra ah ra da 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 ra da 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 da. That's how we live, baby. Laugh. Love and marriage is a circus, y'all. But it's a show that you can't miss. I guess it's my turn to sing the alcoholic, screwed up part of me song. But this song right here, I think it happened for me anyway. I've been writing for almost 10 years now, I guess, going on 10 years. And you always, that ain't no good, and it's not good enough for radio. No, I ain't gonna sing that nowhere. But then there comes a song, when you're out, you're like, whew, I can write. I can do this. I can do it just like the guys in Nashville and L.A. and New York. And this was a great one. It's called High Time for Leaving. 3 a.m., stumbling drunk again. He lies passed out on the floor. Such a cold, lonely feel within. She don't think she can take anymore. So she packs up her suitcase, takes a breath, wipes a tear from her eye, says this living for nothing keeps you low, searching for the next high. But it's high time for leaving. After the love and the luster wears off, it's high time for leaving. Investing your all in a love that just never pays off. One more night in their bed alone, holding her pillow and seeing her face. No, he can't seem to let her go. Yes, he still smells her and feels her embrace. But along came another, promising comforts not found at home. Still he's waiting for something, a change in her heart, so he won't be alone. But it's high time for leaving. After the love and the luster wears off, it's high time for leaving. Investing your all in a love that just never. It's high time for leaving. After the love and the luster wears off, It's high time for leaving, investing your all in a love that just never pays off.
Thank you very much.
So McQuays are cotton pickers, musicians, honky-tonk heroes. We stay married a long time usually. Some of us are truck drivers too. This is a song about a one-night stand in the rain. Had a load to run to Dallas. Left in early morning rain. Didn't know what lay before me, no. Couldn't see oncoming pain. Drove all day, got tired and weary. Rain was pouring down still then. Sign up ahead, said Dallas 55. So I thought I'd better stop and pack it in. Saw a young girl by the highway, battered suitcase by her side. Turned my flashers on and pulled off the road. Shouted back and offered her a ride. When she climbed up close beside me, I could see that she was soaking wet. So I offered her the comfort of my sleeper. The smile she gave I never will forget. Found a roadside rest and joined her. She said, I'm yours tonight, no questions asked. I don't want to think about tomorrow, no. You don't want to hear about the past. She said, you don't have to know who you're loving. You just have to hold me tight. Tonight we'll be one-time lovers. Tomorrow I'll be someone else's prize. Spent the whole night close together. Rain fell soft above our heads. Woke in the morning to a goodbye note. Felt the pain when I read what it said. She said, you don't have to know who you're loving. You just have to hold me tight. Last night we were one-time lovers. Tonight I'll be somebody else's prize. Thank you for your love and your kindness. Even though I never knew her name. If I live to be 100, I never will forget my one-time lover and me. In Texas rain, in Texas rain, Texas rain, in Texas rain.